And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Long time no see. Quibs here, Quibs does stuff. Today we're playing a new game called Core Keeper by Pugstorm AB. Out in early access on Steam at the moment. Very cheap as well. It was under $20 Australian, so that's like $10 American. For fans of Terraria, Stardew Valley, don't really know what else to compare it to. Those are the two ones that really stick out to me. It's top-down like Stardew, top-down isometric, I guess, like Stardew, but it has similarities to Terraria in the way that it plays and the speed, so the combat's a bit faster. It's a simple survival crafting game. I say simple, it looks like it has a lot of depth. It's simple to play. It's very, very quick and easy to pick up. I don't know whether this is going to turn into a Let's Play series, but we'll see, it might. So let's dive on in. Pretty lovely music, I will admit. I am going to delete my... No, there's no point. We'll just start a new game though. So this will be the Let's Play world. And a new character, why not? Oh, you can't use space. Alright. Let's play. Change it so it looks like something else. I'll tell you what. We'll leave... No, okay. Maybe we will delete everything then. It's just quicker and easier. So I've had a bit of a play, so I sort of know what's going on. There's not a lot to learn. It's very quick and easy to pick up. It did take me just a little bit to sort of get my hands around the controls. Like, when I say a little bit, I mean like 10 minutes. There is a hardcore mode for those of you that are into that sort of thing. Blah, blah, blah. That one. Cool. Alright, and in we go. Very simple intro at the moment. Possibly this will be fleshed out as they move along in the development. Like I said, it is very early access. I don't think it's been out very long. I came across it on Kotaku's website. Well, actually, I came across it on my feed. And then it was on Kotaku where I actually saw the little thing, and they were like, oh yeah, if you like these games, you might like this. And had a look at it. I think I've come across it before, and I wasn't sure whether I was interested or not. But with the explanation sort of review that dived into a bit more depth on Kotaku, I was like, oh wait, no, that is kind of my thing. So let's give that a go. I just need to hydrate. So yeah, very simple in concept. Oh, I didn't pick my kind of character. So in character creation, there are sort of character types that you can create as well. Very basically, they just give you a few skills to start with and then maybe a few items. Apparently, I've started as a gardener, so I've got gardening items. I would have actually liked to have started as the explorer because the explorer starts with a lantern, which for the purposes of streaming would have been good, but oh well, I didn't start with that. Left click to attack things, right click to sort of do things most of the time. Not everything has a do button. Some things are just attack. So for example, I'm pretty sure, unless you can block with a sword, I haven't even looked. Yeah, like most survival crafting games, start with wood. Wood in this case is roots, so these things grow underground. You can collect these mushrooms as well. I think, that, again, I haven't gotten far enough to know, I think the purpose of the game is to power up this core, which has brought you here. And I think it's got something to do with these things. So the other major button is E, O and M for map if you need it, and tab, which brings up your crafting and inventory. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? Not really very much. We'll just keep going. We'll grab all the resources in this first chamber. This first chamber is the same every time. The game does contain bosses, which is why it reminded me a little bit of Terraria as well. Let's get rid of things from here that I don't need. We'll grab one of those. I don't really need that now, so I won't bother making it now. We will make that now, even though I'm not going to use it straight away. Right. Very dark, see? Which is where the lantern would have come in handy. All right, so different tiers of tools. I like your standard survival crafting game. That's ore down there, which I'm probably going to want, copper ore, but we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, I want to sort of have a little space that isn't the main chamber of the game that you start in. I'm just going to make a sort of base here first. Just a basic room that I can start in. It doesn't have to be very big or anything. Yeah, very dark. See, now I'm mining in the dark. I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Can't see a thing. So yeah, I will curtail my regular progress and spend my resources on getting some form of light source early, I think, just because it's, for the purposes of streaming, it's going to be better. How are the streams going? They both look fine. Hope everyone is having a good day. I don't know what the damn date is today. Today is Thursday, the 20th of March, 2022 for me. I don't know what it is in your area, but anyway. Let's go south a bit. Yeah, see, very dark. Right. Yeah, I'm going to shoot off sideways because I want that one copper there. Mine in the dark, not a big deal. There are enemies in the game, of course, like I described. You know, it's you do get a feel similar to Stardew Valley's combat, but it's as if you're always in the cave, which is not Stardew Valley-esque. Right, and there are these big open spaces as well, so like, you know, there are pre-gened bits in the world too. I'll get rid of that. Just to walk around with so I can see. And you might find things. There are bosses. The first boss was relatively easy to find on my first few playthroughs of the game. No way of killing him that early, of course. I didn't know what I was doing. He's got a lot of hit points. Here's crates that you can break. Sometimes they've got cool stuff, like a fishing rod, because I haven't worked out how to make a fishing rod yet. But hey, it's always nice when you get gifted one. Alright, so I just broke my pickaxe. Now you can still mine through walls with your bare hands, but yeah, not necessary when wooden pickaxes are so nice and cheap. That being said, I don't have infinite wood, like all the wood that I've got as the wood that I started with. Like, I would need to find more, but you can farm wood. If you can find the seed for a root, which is the thing that grows. I actually want that back now. Pop it there while I head this way, because I can see another glowing thing in the wall. Ancient gemstone, that was not more copper. Alright, give me that torch back. And probably this one as well. Alright, we might explore just a little bit more and see if we can find, was that more glowy stuff? It was. Alright, that's pretty easy to reach. Let's go that way. So add a torch so I can see what I'm doing. Cool. That's probably enough to be getting on with. Let's head back to where my base is, if I can find it. Nope. This way, and then that way, and all the way down here, and then into there, and cool. Right, you do go up skill levels relatively quick. There's a bunch of skills here. Every time you reach 5, you get another point to spend, and there's tree down here as well. I actually know nothing about the tree. I haven't progressed past 5 on anything. You have to actually put all 5 levels into the base skill before you can before you get to any of the choices. So you can't put 1 point and then have this available and then put all your points into that, for example. There's a bunch of different things here. So mining, running. Running is you run around. You spend a lot of time running backwards and forwards. Melee combat, vitality, defeating enemies. Oh, okay, so you actually have to defeat enemies as opposed to just take damage. I thought it was just take damage, but anyway. Crafting, which is of course, you know, crafting. Ranged combat, I haven't found any ranged weapons yet. Gardening, that's like your farming and stuff, that seems relatively important. Fishing, again, I hadn't found a way to make a fishing rod, but in a couple of games now I've had a fishing rod drop from loot, so yeah, fishing. And cooking. Cooking's kind of important. You do have a health bar and a food bar. The food bar runs out pretty steadily, like it doesn't take long before you're sort of, you need more food. But food also gives you buffs if you cook it. So some things will give you buffs anyway, but other things will give you, like most things will give you health regeneration, but some things will give you further increases as well. So let's make the furnace, and let's pop our copper ore in there so we can start making more complex things. Might mine out some more of this space. I am a farmer, so I'm going to want to start farming pretty soon. However, I haven't actually got anything to farm yet. So you need seeds. Seeds drop pretty readily from the wild plants, but not guaranteed. One of the major things, or the first thing I believe in the farming tree, was actually an increase to the seed drop rate from harvesting plants. Just excuse me, I have a gummy throat this morning. You know how sometimes like you eat something or you drink something and then your throat's all sticky? So the shovel lets you dig up the ground. So I haven't built one because I don't need one yet. I might eventually need one. Let's pop one in. Why not? We might grab one of these as well, just so I have somewhere to store stuff. Because there's a lot of things that I don't really need to be running around with. Now I'm going to keep this broken wooden pickaxe, and you'll see why later. I'm not going to get into it right now. But it's not useless. It's not very useful, but it's not useless. Now, like I said, let's grab the lantern. Oh, I need slime. I haven't got any slime yet. Alright, well, maybe I will grab the sword then, just because you kind of need a sword. And I'll get a pickaxe upgrade, because you kind of need that. I won't worry about the shovel upgrade, and I've already got that. And a watering can, which is freaking amazing. That's also sort of next on my list of things to do, would be the cooking pot, because cooking is more important than you think. Chuck that in there as well, now that I've got an upgrade. Alright. Thought I saw slime around the place. Where's slime? Slime? As far as that goes. So there's a plant. And there's slime over there. So we'll see if we can get over there without having to actually dig over there, but we might have to eventually just dig over there. There are these lit places where there's all these, I don't know, sparkly fireflies or something that just seems to happen in some areas of the game. I don't really understand or know. I think it's just ambience. I don't think it's, there's any special reason for it. I don't think you can make it. It just exists. Alright, this is a relatively long path I'm digging to get to these slimes and their lovely, lovely, useful resource, as well as that first plant. If I'm going to be a farmer... Oh, okay. I've come out somewhere. Here we are. Cool. Yeah, again, more wood, which is good because I don't have any... Oh, I should be doing this, because I think it is possible. Now, if the slime's around, they won't attack you, so you can just walk around them. They're cool. If they look like that, they will attack you, so get yourself some distance. Now, combat in this game, not very hard. Everything sort of flashes just before it's going to attack, so you've got a pretty good idea that it's about to happen. There we go, got a glow tulip. Didn't get any seeds, that was very annoying, but oh well, maybe I'll get one off this one. I did, excellent. So we'll go home again quickly. What I might do is I might move this torch to the corner so I can see where the corner is. Home. Home is this way. Could probably make a shortcut. Nah, don't really need it, it's not that far. Right, pop ore in again, and farming. So I haven't found a reason to really... You can build walls and floors. These wooden bridges do come in handy a bit later, but I'm not going to worry about them just yet. I might do it later. I haven't found a reason to actually make a dedicated house with pretty walls and floors just yet. You might be interested in doing that. That is up to you. That is, if that's your playstyle, you like things to be pretty right from the beginning, you go ahead. But I haven't found a reason for it, so I haven't done it yet. Right, cooking pot, we said. Because cooking is kind of important, so let's grab one of those. Pop that there. Now, cooking's pretty simple. One thing in the top, one thing in the bottom, you get different stuff. You can put 2 things in. So let's put in that, 2 of the same, that is, and you will get stuff. There is a recipe book, but I don't even bother with the recipe book. It just clutters up the interface. And there we go. Now I've got a glow in tulip salad. So that's 5 food and 4 glow for 2 minutes. Now glow, almost as good as a lantern. Look at that. Oh yes, the other thing is the character faces the mouse. I believe there would be controller support for this. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. I haven't actually tried it myself, but yeah, it should be relatively easy to play on controller as well. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Right, now the other thing I can cook. So mushrooms, pretty base, and bomb peppers. Now they're minus 11 health if just eaten, but if you combine it with something, you always get a better food. And it's generally good. It's explosive kind of food. Not explosive as in that it blows up, as in that it gives you an explosive burst of energy or dynamicism. Is that the word? I hope so. Right, we were over this way where there were slimes. Oh, I ended up not... and sometimes slimes will drop things like bomb pepper seeds. You can dig up this other ground slime as well with your shovel. It does make you move slowly, so I tend to get rid of it in a lot of areas. Don't always have to do it. Oh, here we are. Here's another type of plant. The heartberry didn't get a seed. Damn. How very annoying. That's a bomb pepper. And yeah, like I said, the round slimes, neutral. Don't attack you until you attack them. So don't attack them unless you want to attack them. Peasant hat. Okay, so I did get a free piece of armor. I'm going to equip that. Why not? You will get, basically, as far as I'm concerned anyway, the basic wood armor that you can make once you've actually got a table, an anvil to make armor, is already a pretty vast improvement. You can pick up the wooden crates without breaking them, which I've just done by accident, so I'll get rid of that. Oops. I don't know what I just did. Why did it go dark? Oh, now it's dark. That's alright, we'll work that out in a minute. Alright, we'll break those. I need... Let there be light. We'll work something out. Yeah, very simple game. Not a lot of complex controls. Not a lot of... it's not a lot of learning involved either, I must admit. Took me very little time to sort of get the hang of it. Copper. Got some tin there, but we'll worry about that later. Mechanical part. I don't know what that does. I don't know what this does. I know what this does. Might keep it. I haven't actually used one before, so I don't know how to use them. We'll work it out. Oops. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, mushy pepper wrap. Plus 21% movement speed for 1 minute. So that's what that did with the pepper involved. Heartberries. Heartberries are good. I'm going to do a heartberry and pepper. Right, I'm getting pretty low on food anyway, so I'm going to eat that. It wasn't a lot of actual food, but it does give me the health and it does give me the movement speed, which is, you know, kind of sweet. Dash around at 1 billion miles an hour, or well, plus 21%, I believe, was the actual specified number. What else is there? There's more food, more wood. Got wood. What's that? Oh. Aha, see, you've just got a point in running, and I've now got my first talent available in running. So go in here, click on that. 5% less food drain when running. Now I don't know how to walk. As far as I'm concerned, from what I can see, you only run anyway, so yeah. Didn't get a seed again, that's very annoying. What? Break. Is that the extent of this area? It is. There's more stuff over there. We'll go over there a bit later. More copper over here, at least I hope it's copper. It might actually not be copper. Yeah, that's fishing spots. Fishing, relatively simple. This guy is going to get hurt when I try to break the wall to get into a good position to fish. So we'll kill him, because that'll just be quicker. Alright. I don't know whether I can get into position to fish this one. Might be too far. Yeah, I think I've missed. I might be able to get that one. That's alright, we'll do that one. We'll let this finish just to see. So yeah, it bobs. If you're not in a fishing pool, it doesn't actually give you anything, generally. But if you are in a little fishing spot, you'll get the actual fishing thing, which is this. So when it's red, stop, hold in the right mouse button. When it's not red, press the right mouse button and hold down. Very simple, simpler than Stardew Valley. I know a lot of people actually had problems with Stardew Valley's fishing mechanic. I never did, but a lot of people did. So this one's simpler. Got an orange cave guppy. So yeah, if Stardew Valley's fishing annoyed you, at least this one shouldn't, because it's very simple. And yeah, basically, if the fish gets all the way off the end, or the little bottom progress bar fills up, I believe you lose the fish. Although I'm not sure, because I've never actually reached the full length of the bottom bar. I have had the fish leave, because sometimes you get fish like this one. Yep, that's angry. Okay, yeah, so that's how the line breaks. So that must have been a good fish or something, because yeah, it totally wanted to get away. I assume better fishing rods and higher fishing skill makes that easier. Nope, this one's probably going to get away as well. Oh no, maybe not. It's not as excited as I thought he was going to be. Yeah, some fish really fight hard real often. Huh? What? Who? Oh. Swanky, thank you very much. Nice to have more followers. Always good. Always good. Welcome. Welcome. Alright, so we won't do too much fishing. I'm going to fish this fishing spot out. They do run out, kind of a la Stardew Valley. And okay, there we go, so it's gone. So that was the end of it. Get my one and only torch that I'm currently carrying back. Head back home. If I can remember the way. Oh well, screw it, let's just break that. This way? I think it's this way. Yeah, there we are. Yep. Try and get this damn lantern so that I can actually see things in the dark. Oh, I don't actually have any more copper. I thought I had more copper than that. How much does it cost me to make a lantern anyway? 4 and 5 slime. I've probably got the slime. No, I don't even have the slime yet. Jeez. Alright, let's get rid of all this excess stuff in my inventory. That's food, that's just about it. Alright, cook more things. Got another hearty pepper thing. Fish. Good, very good fish. A very good food source. They add up to a lot. I'm going to eat that because I need the food more than anything else. Yeah, you generally get a lot of food out of them. Yeah, 21. And of course I've combined it with the glow plant thingy, so I get glowy stuff. 2 different kinds of fish, I don't know. They all do different things, like depending on what they are, you kind of get different buffs. They're all kind of similar, so it's relatively easy to work out what's going on, but yeah, you do get different buffs depending on what you're actually using. Make this a little bit bigger so I've got more space to grow plants when it comes to it. Although I haven't got to it yet. A few new torches because I'm going to need those eventually. What did I cook? Orange guppy fillet. Ah, so combining a blue and an orange one didn't actually give me anything to do with the blue. But anyway, okay, we'll put that in and add a mushroom. See what that gives us. And there, they finished growing. So now I can get my hoe out. Hopefully get a seed. I did. I don't think I got a seed from that one. We'll have enough to see. Might be in my inventory where I can't see it. It is, excellent. So yeah, from farming you won't always get a seed, but it's a pretty high chance. Orange mushroom soup. Well, that's disappointing because that had fish in it. Oh well. Bell pepper and a mushroom. Bell pepper, a bomb pepper. Oh, no. That and that. Much better food. Much better. In air. Anything else I want to do? Let's pop the mushrooms away because I don't really need them right now. Still have no light source. There was some glowy stuff over there. Let's try and get over there. So I might bust into this little... Alright, let's start by doing that. And we'll just head this way. Because there's some glowy stuff here. And that looks like it'll be copper ore, which is great. Now the other thing I didn't have enough of yet was slime, so I might have to actually go and kill some slimes. So I will go do that while this is refining. Where were they? You know what? I keep walking this way and that's only one block. Right, so it's not ground slime. I've got to actually kill these slimes. So some light to fight around. Ah, that's where I thought he was. So yeah, if you're quick on your WASD, like these first enemies should pose little to no risk. Even some of the higher ones that I got to later, I was basically able to circle dodge, just kite them around without any trouble. And they dropped some pretty good stuff because they were substantially higher enemies. I don't know whether I was supposed to have that easy of a time of it. It feels like I probably wasn't. It feels like there was supposed to be more of a challenge, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just good or something. Right, let's grab that lantern because that will make a lot of difference. It doesn't seem like a lot of difference, but the fact that I'm never completely in the dark from here on, yeah, it helps. All right, I'm eventually going to want to repair my tools, but the anvil's nice as well. No, I'm going to want to repair my tools, and I can show you why I kept, for example, this broken pickaxe and the wooden pickaxe that I'm not going to use, because you can scrap things. And it gives you scrap parts, which can then be used for cheap to repair everything else. I wonder, 18 to 22. 18 to 22, no, yeah. So it doesn't even degrade it when you repair it. And I mean, you can just make a wooden tool and scrap that wooden tool to give you some scrap parts to repair your copper tool, which seems unbalanced, and perhaps they will be doing something to actually repair that in the future, make it a little bit more harder, but I don't know. I have no idea what level of difficulty these guys are going for. It does seem a bit basic and a bit easy, like it should be harder. So yeah, so that's in the dark now. So it's not a huge amount of light, but you can see, and I can see. So it's a little bit better for streaming than it would have been otherwise. Let's just put it that way. I've been here before. Oops, accidentally hit it with my... Yeah, I'll just use the sword, why not? It's easier and quicker. Now you don't need to kill these slimes, but they do sometimes have loot, and they drop, can drop seeds, so I tend to kill them just in case I get another seed for something good. Farming's not hugely important, like you get enough food just running around. But the better food is, of course, better. Okay, about a little more light. Yeah, all right. I think we'll dig this bit of wall out and go through there, shall we? Walking on the ground slime does make you slower. It's not horrible, but it is slower. Oops. All Alright, I'm getting a bit close to death there. I might have to eat something. How about the glow food? We'll make things even brighter just for the sake of it. Yeah. Substantially brighter, yeah? Heaps easier to see. There, I gained 1 melee skill. Excellent. Cool, alright. Well, that's the end of this, but I could dig into that area. Doesn't look like there's anything over there. I'm really looking for more copper at the moment. There's something. Oh no, that's a fishing hole. It's a bit of wood. We'll grab that. More wood up here. Let's grab all of this. Now that we have a repair table, I'm less concerned about the durability of my items because I can easily get over. And mushrooms, I'm not hugely concerned with mushrooms. It's not a great food source, and I've already started farming, so we'll probably be fine. There's some copper or something. I say or something, there are other things. Like I've already found a gemstone and there's other ores, of course. Yeah, that's a gemstone. There's also more over here, so let's head that way. Basically, I had to get into the next kind of biome, which was called Ruins 1. And then I started finding tin around the place, as well as in the walls. I mean, off the enemies. The enemies were dropping tin quite regularly. Right, X marks the spot. Dig that up with your shovel and you'll get something. Peasant chest. Cool. Alright, this has got a bit of stuff around the place. I definitely want to hit that with my... so that there's a chance I'll get the seed. Coveling bread, that's pretty good. Oh, caveling, I always thought it was coveling. Smacking these for all the stuff, whatever the stuff might be, it's probably worth it. Yeah, so big on exploration. You do run around exploring quite a bit. Now, there's two ways I can get over there. What I could do is I could actually just dig out a bit of ground and then place a bit of ground on this water so I can walk across, or I can go around like this. And since I saw this glowy bit here, I'm going to go around like this because it's just sensible. Alright, let's grab the torch again so I've got a bit more light to see by. Now I want to get over there, but I think I'll go around because I can just go through here rather than leaving great big holes in the ground everywhere that I will inevitably want to fill in later anyway. Alright, now we got a bunch of stuff because there was a fair bit of loot in that, so I'm going to head home and sort of work out what exactly it was we got out of all of that loot. Haven't opened my inventory to see. And this way. Doop 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 boo. Pepper's grown, so we can harvest that. Right. Glow tulip seed. I've only got one of those now. But that's one more than I had, I believe. Got 3 heartberry seeds, that's nice. And that's it, so I didn't get a new bomb pepper seed. Ah. Should have a bit of copper, definitely nice, definitely nice. Spicy tulip. We'll make another one of those. Right, that can definitely go in there. That is just a valuable mechanical part again. This is good. This is great food, that stuff. It adds a lot of different things. Right. What else do I have to make? Oh, the anvil. I haven't got an anvil yet. Let's get towards an anvil. I don't have enough. I will, though. Cooking more. Mushroom. Not very good mushroom. I'd rather just put 2 heartberries together because that will be better quality food. Just keep stacking up the mushrooms. I tend to use them very little. I will eventually, but yeah, it's you know, if I get desperate for food, I will use the mushrooms, and I've never gotten there before. Sometimes I just have like spare ingredients lying around and I'm like, oh, you know what, I'll just chuck another mushroom in and finish this recipe off. Do more torches. Can you? No, that throws it on the ground. Okay, I wasn't sure about that. And that glow tulip just grew and gave me a seed. Excellent. Do like it when they give the seed back as well. Right. Back into here. Aha, heartberry pudding. That's a good one as well. It's good for recovery, is mostly what it does. Right, put an anvil somewhere. There it is. Place that. And that's your first basic armor set. Wood, and then later on copper. Off this copper anvil. It is better than the peasant gear, so... I mean, the peasant gear's got this dodge chance that I think gets more, and I don't know, is there set bonuses? I don't think there's set bonuses, or if there is, there's no indication. It might be hidden. Alright, I've got a point in mining, I need to spend that. There might be hidden set bonuses, but I've never collected the full peasant set, I've only ever had a couple. But basically, once I've got the wooden set, I don't go back to it because it's less armor. So I tend to scrap them straight away for the parts. Anything else that needs to go in this chest? Yeah, I can get rid of that. I still haven't actually used that yet. Could use it. I haven't used one before. I don't know how they work. So, cabling bread. Oh no, I was wrong. It just gives you damage. Oh no, it doesn't. That's only from being well fed. So basically, if you're over 80, you get the well fed buff. So this is just a lot of food. If you're all the way up, well, some max health and some movement speed. Now that didn't give me a single bit of health regen. So I'm going to eat something that does that as well. That's the glow stuff. That's good. We want more of that. Right, let's see. So there's some things down there. Let's head towards that. And let's try this bomb out, shall we? Okay. I guess just plant it and run away. Blam! Wasn't as good as I'd hoped, but that's alright. It's something. Didn't really clear out as much space as I thought it would. I'm going to eat some glow food so I can see better. Not because I have to, but because I want to. So yeah, not the fastest of progress games. You know, it's not a linear adventure. It's your standard survival crafting. You need to build up to these things. Before you become a superhuman powerhouse, you need to actually collect all the stuff that makes you a superhuman powerhouse. And that can take some time. But if you like those sorts of games, which I really do, because, I don't know, a sense of progression that I did as opposed to just following a linear story path. Don't get me wrong, there are linear story path games I've liked as well. In the past, and probably will be in the future. There's a lot of more ores over there. We might head that way more later. There are plenty of linear story games that I think are really good, but I do very much prefer the experience of, hey, you did a bunch of stuff that made yourself cooler, and it took you time. It feels more like a reward because I had to work for it. I wasn't just gifted it. Right. I think that's everything except the copper shovel. I don't really need a copper shovel. So I might start making better armor instead. Don't have any foodstuffs at the moment, so let's see, how many of these have we got together now? Oh, that's it, I haven't got any spares here. Right. So what are we going to be looking at? 7, 8, 9. I don't think that's enough for the breastplate. I think the breastplate was 11. 11. Might make the pants. We'll make the pants. Do I save for the breastplate? No, I'll save for the breastplate. If there was more shinies over there, we'll head towards the shinies. Some distance away, but it's shiny. Maybe I'll break into a cave before I get there. Now you can also get bags to increase your inventory slots. I assume there must be other offhand abilities. New talent available in mining. Well, that's nice. Excellent. So yeah, another point. So yeah, it increases your mining damage, just basically means it takes less to bust through a wall. And then of course there are harder materials. At the moment I'm just digging through soil, basically. You'd think the spade would be better for it, but it's not. That's not apparently how this game has decided mining works. Mining dirt is not better done with a shovel, a la Minecraft. If it's a wall, you use a pickaxe. If it's floor, you use a shovel. Is the sort of intrinsic rules of this one. Point in running. Running. Even less food when I'm running around. That's great. So just one, all this way for just one. Ah, there's some sand, which is a lot quicker, of course, but also not very useful. And I haven't found it to do anything else yet. Right, let's head home now that we've sort of found all the shinies that we could see. Now, there doesn't appear to be any way to zoom out. I don't know if it's resolution dependent. Maybe if you have a higher resolution monitor, maybe you see more of the game. But I wouldn't think so, because it feels like something that should actually be to do with the gameplay. Like, being further zoomed out would be an advantage, and henceforth shouldn't be something you can do just by having a higher resolution monitor. It should be something that you actually have to either earn via getting further in the game, perhaps, or is just always like this, like it never gets any better. I would be inclined to believe that it probably never gets any better. Wish these would finish growing. So yeah, very polished, this game as well. Like, I haven't come across any bugs. Everything looks kind of nice already. Like, it's pixel art, so there are limitations, but there's nothing ugly in the game that I've seen. Everything's relatively easy to tell apart. The interface is uncluttered, simple, but it shows everything you really need. The basic keys down in the bottom right, like, after a little while that's unnecessary, but they're so unobtrusive. I haven't bothered to get rid of it, because what would be the point? Like, it's not in my way. It's not distracting, so just leave it there in case maybe I do forget. I don't know. Right. Copper armor. Excellent, which means I can scrap this wooden one to some parts, and I'll actually use those parts. One part fully repairs an item. So I haven't come across items that require more than 2 parts. So, and yeah, it's so cheap. I reckon that's probably a balance thing that they'll probably look at, but probably not now. At the moment, everything in the game works, and that's kind of like 90% of your battle. Yeah, we'll grab the helmet. Looks cool. Yeah, everything looking nice is probably, and playing well and bug-free is probably more important than balance at the moment. They probably want people to play, get further into the game and see, you know, where the problems lie when you get deeper into the game. And yeah, at the moment, you know, that's it's early in its early access. Like I said, I don't know when it came out. I don't think it's very long though. I think it's a very new game. Is my belief. I might be wrong about that, but I do get the impression that it's like weeks old, if that, maybe even less. Annoyingly, you can't dig under the slimes when they're standing on it, so you need to push them out of the way. See if there's anything else down here. Surprisingly, I haven't run into the boss yet. Pretty sure the last time I did this, I found the boss already by this point in the game. Oh. Yep, nice and easy. Like I said, not a lot of difficulty if you're reasonable at your WAS and D keys. You can sort of get around. I can fish that one because I can reach. I will put some light down so I can see, because it helps to be able to see your bobber. Otherwise you don't know when it's fish on. Oops. Yeah, so again, once the fish is red and sort of bouncing, let go of your right mouse button. When it's not, hold the right mouse button down. Now, I haven't fished up anything except kelp and fish to date, so I have no idea what the loot tables are for fishing. There might be, you know, other cool things that you can acquire, but I don't know yet. I haven't seen anything else. I haven't Googled anything. There is already a wiki. I haven't checked the wiki. I don't know. I haven't looked up any of this stuff. I've literally played the game. I'd very much like to do that, especially with a survival crafting game. You've got to experience it for what it was intended first, which is, you know, to get around without the wiki. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know plenty of survival crafting games where without the wiki you're just lost and hopeless and useless, and the wiki almost should really be packaged as part of the game. But in this case it's not, and I think it's simple enough that anyone should be able to get their head around it without the wiki and, you know, progress a little bit. Maybe you're not, you know, defeating bosses on your first playthrough, but, you know, you're progressing into the game, you're making some distance, you're understanding the mechanics, and you feel like you've done something and accomplished something, and you haven't had to resort to a wiki to do that. Broken core idol. Interesting. I don't know what that is or what that does. Bit of a weird thing there. I might eat some food and... Alright, so these lumps of unmoving slime, they're generally an indication you're heading towards a more difficult area and quite possibly the boss area, and I reckon he's going to be down there somewhere. Oh, there's a dangerous slime. Probably shouldn't have taken on the neutral guy while this guy was, was after me. Cool. And yeah, like I said, you do tend to get some plant seeds out of these guys, so it's often worth killing them. These things are kind of a bit like treasure chests. You never know what you're going to get. It's mostly slime, but you never know. You might get something good. So always break them and have a look. You never know. It's, you know, a bit of a crapshoot, bit of a gamble, but I mean, it's not a gamble because it costs you nothing. Gambles tend to mean you're risking something. I mean, I suppose you're going into an area that might contain something that wants to kill you, but generally it's not. Generally it's relatively safe when you run into them for the first time. Oh, took some damage. Haven't done that in a while. Still haven't got a root seed, which would allow me to actually farm my own wood. Now, are those glowies or are those fishing spots? Ah, that's fishing spots. All right, well, we won't worry about that just yet. I know that one. Now to get them up. At least I don't think I've got a root seed yet. Ah, I ran out of glow. Ah, there we go, got one now. Right, so you can basically plant that, and in the 4 cardinal directions, so north, south, east, west, one of these root things will grow. As long as it's got space, it'll just keep spreading out. So, and as long as you don't dig up the original root piece, it will keep doing that, and you can therefore, you've now reached the point where you can't ever actually run out of wood. It might take time, like it might not be a quick process, but you can't ever actually run out of wood, which is the sort of minimal level I'm going for here. Could stop to fish there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to head home again. Ah! Oh dear, I don't want to be here. I think that's heading towards the boss bit, and I don't really want to do that. There we go. Some more seeds. Got a lot of seeds now, which is nice. How the hell do I get home? Doop-doop-de-boo, there we go, that's where I dug through. Cool, and all my stuff is grown, so we can harvest all of this. And replant everything that we've got. We've got a lot more stuff now, so probably going to need to expand my farmland somewhat. Bomb pepper seed, only a couple of those. Disappointing. Root seed, only one glow tulip seed. Ah. Alright, and then water everything. You can just hold the mouse button down. It doesn't like overdo it. Would have been nice if I had some close by water. I wonder if there's a way to make water. I wonder if there's a way to make a water block. Might be something you discover later. We shall see. 1 ore. I was gone for ages and I only found 1 ore. That's surprising. What's that? Oh, it's just valuable. It doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. Now, I don't want to plant this here because it'll overtake everything in that area. So I'm going to clear out this and I'm just going to pop it here because this is a reasonable spot. There's nothing really wandering around here or anything. Pop it there, water it. Eventually it'll grow and it'll start spreading roots out, which will give me more I think of that one. Oh no, let's go with the fishy and glowy. It'll spread roots out, which will give me more wood, which at the moment obviously I don't need any. I've got lots, but you know, eventually I'm going to need some, so we've prepped for that ahead of time. Doop-doop-a-boo. I'm getting hungry. Let's eat that and go a-wandering. Down in that slime area, there was stuff, not to mention there's always slimes to kill. Since they inherently have the possibility of dropping something good. See? Worth killing them most of the time. Oh no, that's just a glowy bit. That's not actually firefly bit, I should say. It's not actually loot of any description. I haven't found that the aggressive ones actually have any higher chance of dropping anything good. They just appear to be the aggressive ones. Now the boss is normally standing still and sort of jumping up and down and making the entire screen shake. So I don't think this is where the boss is. I think this is just a big cave full of slime. So we'll break all these and see if we get anything good. More seeds, nice. More copper, nice. No, nothing much, just more slime. I could dig up the whole floor, but it's not that annoying. Oh, aggressive one. We'll kill him before we mess with the neutral one. Grab the free wood while it's on offer. And again, because you can break through dirt walls without a tool, I don't think you're ever completely stuck. Like if you run out of wood, it's not like you can't, you'll never be able to make another pickaxe and your game is over. You can always bust through walls just with your bare hands to try and find some more wood, which will allow you to make more tools and, you know, get going again. This was a pretty nice horde. Anything else here? No, it's just that. Okay. There does appear to be more over there, so let's head that way as well. Ah, gemstone. Yeah, so you can see like now it's 2 hits to get through a wall, whereas I think it was more to begin with, even with the copper pickaxe. Now it's been reduced to just 2 hits. Okay, there's a lot of ore out here. I don't need that much ore because there's not even that much stuff you can make out of copper. I'm going to call it there for this exploration. and actually head home, surprisingly. I do think it's possible that, because every time I come back to these areas there seems to be more slimes, I think it's possible that slimes actually spawn from the floor slime. I don't know, like I think so, maybe it's just the feeling that there's more slimes there, and maybe there aren't, but it does feel like there's more slimes there, so maybe there are. I didn't put any light around here, let's put it there, just so I can see when that has grown. Need to expand my farming. I'm going to expand this way a row as well. Now, I have made a bed before, and there does appear to be, as part of the tooltip on the bed, it says that there's actually, you can get people to move in. So there might also be the sort of NPC mechanics a la, I'm going to say Starbound, because Terraria's NPC moving into homes mechanic is extremely simple, and you know it's good for what it is, but it's not an in-depth village building sort of thing. Whereas Starbound, that's pretty substantial. The actual, I should eat something. Okay, well, you do that then. Nom nom fish. Starbound's got a bit more of development on its NPC housing. Things actually, you get benefits depending on how good the housing is and stuff like that. It's yeah, it has more depth. Whereas in Terraria, as far as I can tell, I mean, there is a little bit in that if the villagers are happy, your NPCs are somewhat happy, you can what's the word I'm looking for here? You get a few things, like they sell better stuff. You can get the transport pillars. But yeah, there's not a lot going on in relation to NPCs, whereas in Starbound, you know, you get quest givers, you get merchants that sell different kinds of things depending on how happy they are, etc., etc. More developed, nuanced NPC thing. It remains to be seen what this one's like, because I have not gotten that far, so I just don't know yet. It's going to be a while before I find out. Alright, full set of copper. Excellent. Alright, some of my tools are looking a bit ragged. Let's repair that. I do have a lot of repair parts already, just stashed. I don't even need to repair most of this stuff yet, but... And I won't bother with that because it's only wood. I might replace that now, because now that I've built everything that I think I need to build out of copper... Oops, that's on this table. I think that is fine. Got another point in running. Excellent. And that goes there. Cook some more FUD. Glow food. I don't have any more glow stuff. I'm really surprised that I'm not getting more glow stuff. In most of my other playthroughs, I ended up with a lot of glow and a lot less heart. Heartberries was the hard ones to find. But in this one, I'm getting very little glow stuff. Glow tulips. Oh well. Alright, so that takes 6 copper bars and 15 tin bars. Haven't even found tin bars yet. But that will be the next tier of things that we want to do. So we will get to that eventually. I'll just spread that out and make more food. I need to actually eat food more than I need to worry so much about healing and stuff. I might, and therefore, actually produce some good cheap mushroom food. Among that. Yeah. So that's Core Keeper. That's the very start of the game. That's the, you know, it's simple. Yeah, see, like, I reckon this guy, I'm pretty sure I've killed him before. Like, there shouldn't be one here. But suddenly there is. Get more heartberry seeds. So I don't know, maybe they spawned from the... See, and now there's a aggressive one as well. Whoops. Yeah, so I reckon maybe they spawn from the floor slime. So you could possibly make a room full of floor slime, and you might be able to just walk in there and kill slimes occasionally because they'd spawn. Could do an experiment. I don't know if you can even place floor slime. I haven't tried. Surely you can. So not too close to home. Let's just find a nice spot where there isn't any slime at the moment. Here. Yep. Can slime it up. Just gonna mass slime this area. We'll go off and do something else for a bit, and then we'll come back and see if this bit has any slimes in it. You'll see there is the debuff, 50% movement speed from slime, minus 50% movement speed, that is. So yeah, it does make you move slower, which is its disadvantage, which is kind of why in some areas you'll dig it up, in others you won't bother. Okay, and I'm going to put a torch in the middle of it so I can see when I get back. Make some more torches since they're so cheap. Cheap. Okay, so that root is now finished growing into its plant phase. It's got the little blowy leaves on it. It'll start now growing. Well, it can't grow in this direction anymore because I planted another one next to it, but it'll grow south, north, and west. And you can just harvest those as you will, so long as you don't remove the initial core of the plant, and it'll just keep growing back. So, man, ended up with a lot less seeds than I started with. I'm now completely out of glow tulips. So I think that has something to do with, I guess, your gardening tool. I've been breaking it with the hoe. I don't know whether that's just placebo. It feels like that's what I should be using, but I don't know for sure. Like, there's no indication as to what the best thing to actually use for digging plants up is. I've been using that because it feels like the right thing to do. But in actual agricultural circles, it's not like you normally use a hoe for digging up stuff, digging up plants. You normally use a hoe just for, okay, I'll keep that as an emergency food source for when I run out of cool stuff to eat. You generally use a hoe for preparing the soil, not for actually harvesting crops. Cool. Now, I haven't found the boss. I also haven't been able to locate that better area where there was tin ore, like I did before. So no, I just kept heading south before, and I eventually ran into this area that was all full of tin. Increased difficulty things. Is there any way to get closer to that before I start digging in that direction? I'm sort of right above it here. Let's go this way. Digging through dirt. Sand, sorry, was what I meant. Nice and easy. I don't even need the copper ore, so... Alright, let's head as far south as we have explored. And then just try heading more south and see what ends up happening. Hold that so I can see. Yeah, see? Another slime. Yeah, so now there's water blocking my path, but this is otherwise about as far south as I've been. So let's see if we can get around this lake and head further south. Definitely want to get that glow tulip. Cool. So I got 2 glow tulips. I don't think I got any, no seeds at all. Very disappointed. Alright, this appears to just be the other side of that lake. Ooh, some bomb peppers. That one dropped a seed, I think. Just a small little room. I think that's just more copper. Yep. Well, let's just keep heading south for a bit and see if we run into anything good. Now you can die in this game, and I guess, I mean, I'm not playing hot. Ah, here we are. This looks different. Notice how the terrain is different. The water looks slimy and gross. What happens if I fish in this slimy, gross stuff? Is that even water? It's not. It's just a big hole in the ground. Cool. I thought it was just dirty water, but no, it's just a big bloody hole. So we'll sort of dig our way. Ah, there. That's a new guy. You saw the little glowing eyes in the darkness over to the left there. Yeah. So that's the ones where I felt like I shouldn't be killing them yet. But I was just, you know, I was pretty capable of just kiting him around. Now, I will eat something glowy, because if I'm going to be fighting this guy, I don't want to be doing it in the dark. Yeah, so they do a lot of damage, and they're a lot faster, but you can, you know, if have some decent reflexes, yeah, you can do that. Cave pouch, so that's a bag. It increases your inventory by 5 slots. Very nice. Gotta love a good freebie. So yeah, so there's a chance that if I keep heading south, so it might just be directional, like the biomes might appear in predetermined directions from your starting point. But I don't know that for sure. I was just sort of guessing. And that's it there. So that's what I'm looking for. I can't get across to it because I didn't bring any bridges because I didn't build any yet. I believe it's the last time I had to build bridges to get there as well. So maybe it's intrinsic that to get to that area you actually need to have some bridges with you. Now, it's not like I couldn't just build a crafting table real quick and knock up some quick bridges and get across there, but I'm not going to, just because, and I've been away from home for a bit, so I'm going to head home again. I might fish this though. Drop a torch while I'm fishing. I might have entirely missed. Can't even see my bobber, so let's stand here instead. Ah, there we go. Okay, so just barely touch it to land in that water. Alright, I'm getting to the point now where I can almost predict when it's going to jump and when it's going to stop jumping. This one's a bit of a different pattern. Oh, this is one of the really hard fish. Yep, struggling. No, he's going to get away for sure. Damn. Alright, so I don't know what those are, but, you know, obviously there must be a higher tier of fish. Something good, because haven't been able to reel one of them in yet. Oh dear. See, I'm starting to predict it's about to jump now. So these basic ones always jump twice, so once it's jumped twice, you can almost immediately start reeling again. And you sort of get, I would say it's about 2 seconds of reeling time before they start jumping again. Ooh, only one jump, that's weird. Maybe this is the blue one, whoops. So maybe the orange ones are double jumps and the blue ones are single jumps. Aha! We might have discovered something. Alright, there's a lot of other wood and stuff to gather here, but not a lot else. Grab the copper while I'm here, and it's just free. It's just like on the wall. It's not a difficulty or a chore to get there. He says, and then he walks past some of the other ones without stopping. I saw that glowy thing. It was like, what's that? That's a bomb pepper. We'll grab that. A little bit lost. Oh no, I've got to go this way and then up. Go and check our homemade slime thing as well. So that was up this way. Any slimes? Slimes! So you could totally, if you want, make an area to farm slimes by having a floor of slime. And yeah, see, this is started to produce wood now, so I can chop that down for free wood so long as I leave the core. Have I got a gardening skill yet? No. But I have got another one of these? No. Another one of those. Oh, I have got gardening skill. Right. 5% chance to gain a seed when harvesting plants. Plus 5%. So that's better than it was. So still, you know, not at a guaranteed seed getting, but now I should hopefully come home with more seeds. Bomb pepper glow tulips. Excellent. Really want these. Because being able to see in the dark is awesome. It's empty. Go really far to fill that up because that's my nearest water. Last time I played this, I had the foresight to actually build my base with all my farming and stuff right next to water. This time I kind of just did it quick because I wanted to get going with the stream rather than just be sitting here waiting for stuff to happen. But yeah, possibly could have maybe spent a little more time to make sure that I had a water source nearby. Didn't do that. Probably going to be fine. I don't think it's going to hurt that much. Another peasant hat. Any of my tools really need attention? Not at the moment. We're okay. Right. Different kind of fishy. Alright, we'll make the rest of it that because that's pretty good. But we'll just eat these when we just need food and a bit of health. In fact, where are all those mushroom stews? Those are also good. When you just need food, mushrooms. Doesn't have to be gourmet, doesn't have to do anything special. It's just food. Alright, well, that is a pretty good point to stop. We're kind of at a neutral point. We've progressed through most of the copper tier. We know where to go to reach the tin. It sounds weird. Tin tier is just the way I say it. Tin. Yeah, unless I accent it like an absolute numpty, it always sounds a little bit weird. So, oh well. guess it's just weird. One of those weird words. Damn it. There. Yeah, so we know where to go, so we will do that next episode if this becomes a Let's Play series, which it might. I'm into it. It does have the problem in that I'm going to want to play it more than I'm going to want to stream it. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I could really play some of that. I really don't feel like streaming right now. But I think I will just make a secondary character and I will play through that, which means that every now and again I will come back to this Let's Play series and be like, oh, I've discovered this, so this is a thing you can do, and I will know things that I didn't know before. But other than that, yeah, we'll try to keep it. No, it's not going to be spoiler free. I mean, this first one is spoiler free because, you know, the very intro of the game, if you buy it and press start, you know as much as I do. The rest of this is literally just the gameplay. So I haven't spoiled anything story-wise or anything like that, so to speak. I don't think so. If I have, let me know in the comments, because then I'm an idiot and I just didn't know. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're over on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that notification bell. Super random when I go live. I've been a bit less frequent with my streaming recently, but that might pick up again. We'll see. Hopefully it does. I just haven't felt like it a lot recently. I've been busy with work and other things, and it's like, I really don't feel like streaming today. I've got other things to do. But a lot of that is dying down now, and so I might have more time. Hopefully I will be doing more streaming. I do want to try and get another stream of a different sort on today, so I'll try and stream something else a bit later as well, so tune back in. I do need a bit of a break at the moment. I've got this gummy throat thing. I'm going to try coffee and see if that sort of loosens whatever it is that's holding my throat up. Oh yes, if you're watching over on Twitch, hit that follow button, because that's the one that helps me out the most over there. And when you're following, you can change your notification settings for streams individually. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.